Testing. Just getting my chat windows up, guys. Give me a second. My throat's still a bit sore. I'm gonna talk a bit softer today. Dude, my house is a mess. My god, trying to set up this stupid open WRT router thing. Oh boy. I think for Saturday, I'm going to try and actually run the enhanced broadcast on Twitch to see what happens to get some better bitrate for everybody. Okay. I might have to go cough out a hairball midstream. I can already kind of feel it. God. The jet lag, it's not the jet lag that's killing me, it's the I guess you could call it jet lag, but it's the inability to go back to a normal sleep schedule. Like, I'll just go to bed at like 12 and then I'll just like toss and turn for 3 hours and then just go to bed at an unreasonable hour anyway. So anyway, welcome to the Techonomics, boys. So we don't have a guest today, but we will have a guest on next week. So it's just me for today. So with that said, we're gonna try and what's the word? Any negative comments whatsoever, I'm not gonna respond to them. I'll just ban you. So we really gotta try and get these streams to stop derailing with like one guy that you know what I've noticed? It's people that lack self-awareness that are asking these dumb questions or that are interrupting other people. And then whenever because I've tried a few times, and every time oh god, every time I try to like help them or like get them to see what the goal is, it never ends up working out anyway, so there's no point in even engaging those people. Because I really just don't think people ask themselves what the goal is. But let's say, hey, we got what's up, Homulus? What's up, Edge Runner? We got No Limit. We got Brands. We got what's up, Raheem? Long time no see, dude. We got Roarstar. What's up, Roadkiller? Well, no, I'm trying to set up this stupid. I should show you guys. I finished the whole build and now it's just back in pieces again because the whole CSM thing. Thankfully, I still had that Titan Volta because that thing supports like old school CSM shit. So I had a theory. I'm like, I bet you this will work with CSM turned on. And then I threw the problem is, the reason why I can't do that is because my 10 gigabit network card, I need to install the drivers for that thing. But I can't have that thing plugged in at the same time as a graphics card because there's only one PCI Express slot. So I'm like, how do I install the drivers for this thing and then not have a video output as well? So I'm just like, forget it. I'm gonna try OPN Sense, I believe. Yeah. That one should have a file sharing that one should have a file sharing feature. The main thing is I need to set up, the whole reason for this entire nonsense is yeah, the 4770K would work just fine. Yeah, the iGPU on that one works fine. Because everyone that runs open WRT, yeah, they're using like old like Haswell chips and shit. Yeah. Or old like Sandy Bridge ones, because that's what that's a good use case for those old chips, right? And then I need it because when I get fiber, like I just got my fiber line installed in the garage, and then when I get fiber, I need to have an FTP or a file share for the God supporters because I share a lot of files with those guys. But like even just like the Like I have my own like Windows OS, but that ISO is like 20 gigs. So like how the hell do I share that on my current connection? I can't, right? I can already feel my throat giving out. By the way, how does my microphone sound? Does it sound any better or worse? So I found this. So on the Go XLR, there's a bunch of sliders for how to set up your microphone or whatever, right? Do you hear that weird tinge thing? So I'm trying to adjust the sliders on this. I'm just trying to like FAFO with it because I don't know what the hell. Audio is a whole different. I don't even know what you want to call it. A whole different hobby I don't have time to get into, right? So whenever I try to adjust one of the sliders, now I'm getting an error that says you need to update the firmware on your Go XLR to continue or some shit. And I'm like, oh my god. So, but I didn't want to update the firmware on this thing right before the stream started. So I don't know if adjusting those sliders did. I don't know if it applied the adjustments of those sliders, right? Um. I can hear the weird noise afterwards when I watch my old VODs, and I can kind of hear it. But it's funny because it seems like when you're watching it live stream, it doesn't make the noise. Whatever. I'll find out on the VOD after. But yeah, there's a lot of what I should have done is I should have just bought an Asus router. It's just like I don't know why. Like it's like there's that old like like hoarders. Like there's like that guy that's like 40 or 50 years old. I'm sure everybody in chat has one. The guy with the box of cables, like RCA cables and shit. It's like I might need this one day, right? And then okay, good. So the audio is good. So the guy that sent me that 7600X, I'm like, well, I want to use this thing for something. It's not a bad CPU. There's got to be some good use case for it. So I'm like, I'll just turn it into a router. And then I think Kev's XP posted that Woot deal for that B650 motherboard. And I already had the CPU, the low profile CPU cooler, so I'm like, I'll turn this into a router, because I saw the 10 gigabit Asus routers are like $700. So I'm like, I can just build this for half that because I got the CPU for free. So I'm like, I can just build the exact same thing for half the money, and have a built-in NAS file share at the same time. So I'm like, this makes perfect sense. Would have been, I wasted more time trying to set that thing up than I would have if I just bought the $800 router and just like not FAFO'd with that for like the last 3 days. Like I didn't realize how complicated setting up x86 network equipment was. You would because you would and here's the thing. Windows Server can do all those things. So, actually, I have a question in case anybody in chat is a networking pro. So, when I Google, it's like, because Windows Server, we used to use it at my day job, so I'm quite familiar with it. But it's like you can use DHCP, it has its own firewall. You can set up like DNS on it. You can set up whatever the hell you want. It's Windows Server. It does pull a lot of power though. It's Windows after all, so it idles quite, like it's not the best for like a low power situation. Which is what a router ideally would be. It's got the file share, it's got the NAS, it's got everything. But then when you Google it, I'm not sure if it's like a nerd thing or not, but when you Google it, it's like, can you use a Windows Server PC as your main firewall? And then it's like every answer is like, you have to be out of your mind to do that. And I'm like, now, is that because the Windows Server firewall is inadequate, which it probably is to some degree, or Is it that networking bros are just way too OCD and anal about their hardware to rely on a software solution? Because you know how like there's like a hardware firewall, then there's like software firewalls. Is that what's going on there? So when I went down this entire like networking rabbit hole, you encounter a lot of the same behavior that you do with like XOC nerds and which is the topic for today, by the way. Like redefining what frame rate is. So you encounter a lot of the same bros where it's like there's almost like a brainwashed meta. So like if you go on like the hardware Reddit, it's like AMD is the best, buy AMD 3D chip only, what have you. And then they go and run Borderlands and their lows are 60 FPS, right? And it's like makes them want to throw up. And then the problem is with, so now I'm seeing it's not just hardware too, and it's not just networking bros, but it's like I'm seeing the same kind of trend in a lot of different hobbies. Let's call them hobbies. Like there's a lot of different trends in those hobbies where let's say if you're looking at like a Ford forum, like Ford Mustangs, and you're like, what is the best supercharger for this Mustang? And it's like there's like the agreed upon meta. I'm just giving a theoretical example, right? This supercharger is the best. Everyone uses this one, which is like the AMD equivalent, right? And it's like and then once that's established as like the correct meta, you can't find any alternate opinions and you can't find any alternate information anywhere. So I spent so much time trying to research like pfSense, OPNsense, OpenWRT, how to install, and it's like you just keep getting the same answers over and over and over from like these like the same five dudes that are just like zealous over like their truth, right? And it got me thinking, I'm like, man, so going forward on the internet in general, we have a big problem, because so then what happens is humans in general like to be in the groupthink or the herd. They like to be safe in the masses, right? That's human nature. So if somebody's like, if all of Reddit is AMD is the best, and then you make one post that's like, hey guys, Intel is actually quite good in this scenario, you just get downvoted to oblivion because you're not in the herd, which the side effect of that is that post actually gets deranked in the algorithm, which then other people can't find it. So it's almost like a soft version of censorship. You know what I'm saying? It's like an twice removed level of censorship when you're not in the herd, which makes it so how this relates. I'm not going to add it to the course. The course has nothing to do with setting up. Just stop talking, Mad Geek. You're already derailing the stream, dude. That's like, God, just I can't not read dumb comments. I can't do it. I don't know why my brain is just like, my brain is like, that is so inconceivably stupid that let's add oh my God, bro. God. It's like the PC optimization course is like how to get the most frame rate out of Borderlands. By the way, if you're interested, here's an entire fucking course on one specific niche on how to set up a specific router on an AMD AM5 CPU. in case somebody happens to need one. Like that is, bro. You gotta get into some self-employment. Like, come on, man, come on. On what planet would that be a good idea? Hang on, let me catch up here. God, I just can't even. If you say another dumbass comment, dude, I just gotta ban you. I'm sorry. It's just it's too brain rot for me. Hang on, let me catch up here. Yeah, recycling old hardware. That's the good use case for it, right? Yeah, it's like yeah, by the way, if you want to set up an entire custom Linux distro to enable a DHCP local server on your home network, yeah, we'll add that to the optimization course. Yeah, I don't think the guy knew what he was talking about. I don't think he knew exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, I think he probably just thought it was like forwarding packets or something, like the usual dumb COD bro shit. Dude, the fact that COD bros think forwarding packets affects hit reg blows my fucking mind, dude. Or Edge Runner, was it you the other day when you're like, the USB dongle is gonna add latency? Dude, where is that fucking dongle? When did humans forget that electrons move at the speed of light? When did we forget that? Like, I literally don't know where my dongle is right now. Oh, here it is. This is gonna add a perceived level of latency to the speed of light. Yeah, because that makes a lot of fucking common sense and logical sense. Like, where do people get these ideas from, man? Like, I've seen, it's not just him though. I've seen a lot of like weird, dumb, fucking theory crafting. Because that's what it is. It's like because so to be fair, in his defense, if you think about it, if you think about it without the speed of light in the equation, yeah, it's a theory crafting type of thing, right? That's exactly what it is. So if you think about it theoretically, but they all go through the same chipset anyway, and there's no conversion actually happening whatsoever, right? So it's like, but if let's say there was a conversion, it's like let's say have you ever seen those memes where it's like a PS2 keyboard into a USB into a PS2 to USB to serial meme? Have you ever seen these fucking things? This is so funny. Yeah, like this shit. Is to parallel. It's like, and it's like, let's say you even did all this shit into a network adapter. It's like all these electrons are still running at the speed of light, though. Like no, like maybe like the speed of light. No human. So anyway, long story short, I'm not sure if that's true. I think theory crafting is a side effect of theory crafting is it's like a side effect of like you're really passionate about the topic, because anybody who's not passionate wouldn't give a shit. They would just test it, right? And the other half of it is just being lost in the sauce, which is a side effect of being passionate about the topic, right? It's like the USB port bros, right? But it's like, if you disable this USB port, that frees up your chipset driver, more IRQ interrupt resources for your mouse. And it's like, okay, well, in theory, that does make logical sense, doesn't it? The less USB ports you have turned on, the more the controller can have more resources for the mouse, or whatever the fuck that guy was on about, right? That's like so far but if you actually test it, there's zero difference whatsoever, because in the theory crafting, the guy forgot that the thing is literally transferring at the speed of light, right? So theory crafting theory crafting usually comes from a place where the person also can't afford to test it themselves. Yeah, maybe there is a bit of misinformation on there, because like if you think about it, with the USB dongle thing, where would that concept have come from in the first place? Like, it might add latency with the conversion. Like that, the thought of that would have never entered my head, because I know it runs at the speed of light. Never would have entered my, or disabling USB ports to free up resources for the mouse. That concept never would have entered my head. Having a separate controller, that does do something. But the theory crafting, it's like people just forget that PCs aren't that serious, and a lot of things in life aren't that serious, right? Even like NASA engineers aren't fucking, this adds latency to this. Like if you're talking about satellite dishes and shit, and like the radio wave needs to cross 100 million kilometers, then we can talk about latency. Maybe then. And then you have people like Rems over here fucking competing on Starlink. So like if Rems can hit Masters on Starlink, where the radio wave goes up into fucking space and comes all the way back down, I'm pretty sure that disabling USB ports or a USB dongle is gonna be just fine, right? It's lost in the sauce type of mentality, or it's like you need to go touch grass type of mentality. But you don't know. I don't know how to help those people though, because it's their hobby, right? Um, you basically have to tell the guy that their hobby or their obsession with the hobby is wasting their time. But if you tell people that, they get really fucking mad, right? Because that's their hobby. So here's the thing. I don't know why people bring that shit to me though. I don't know why people don't just leave it on Reddit. Like if you're like an anime fan fiction person, like let's say fucking Bleach, I don't know, you're writing some fan fiction about Bleach. Whenever I see something fan fictiony about any kind of anime I watch, I don't click on that shit. It's a complete waste of fucking time, right? Some people really love fan fiction, and they just read that shit 24/7. I'm like, that's not what the author. If it's, dude, I didn't even watch Dragon Ball GT because it wasn't canon, right? It's like if it's not canon, I don't watch fillers. I don't watch it's if it's not canon, written from the actual author, I don't fucking care, right? So I'm very practical that way. So it's like if somebody's like, this will add latency to your network packets, I'm like, that doesn't sound fucking right. I went and I tested it. No, it's the latency to fucking Texas was completely imperceivable. Actually, this thing ranked lower in some scenarios, right? So it's like, um, yeah, you just gotta tell people to test it yourself, right? But again, the point I'm trying to make is, why do people constantly try to suck me into their theory crafting? I don't like that though. Like if you think that this is going, I keep using this as I'm not picking on you, Edge Runner, but if you think that this is gonna add latency to your gaming, then just leave me out of it, man. Like I'm gonna test everything, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like leave me out of the fan fiction. Hang on, let me catch you up here. Same with the USB port bros and the latency bros. And like, here's the dude, the latency bros are wholly different. Like when they're like, disable the high precision event timer in the. As soon as somebody says anything that has to do with latency and Windows registration tweaks, I know they're Bronze 5. I know they're Bronze 5. When have you ever seen when have you ever seen Shroud? Yeah, you're lost in the sauce of optimization. That's exactly what it is. You're not alone though. A lot of people are like that. I think lost in the sauce optimization is like a hobby. Like people love that shit. I don't know why. Because what's the goal? USB port bros are like the guys you weren't around back in the day, Lars, but we had like the Discord always goes through these like meta phases of, I don't know where it comes from because I don't one of the I want to say values and pros of my content and like my community, my Discord, is I don't go on the internet at all. Like I don't, when somebody's like, "Hey, did you see this on Twitter?" I'm like, "Nope, I don't care." So whenever somebody's like, there's like a new USB port meta of disabling them to save resources or some shit, I that sounds so inconceivably fucking dumb to me that I already know it's wrong. But like one popular optimizer on Twitter will make a post, and then a whole bunch of people that don't have the ability to test it, that trust that guy, will spread the misinformation, and then it becomes this like huge fucking meta. And then for some reason, I always get this influx of people that join my Discord that want me to like verify the information. Here's what it is. If you come to me and you want me to verify something, that's usually a red flag that subconsciously you know it's fucking bullshit. Right? Because that's why you want me to verify it. So we go through these like metas in the Discord of like an influx of new people, latency bros, registry bros, Windows, stripped Windows bros, 100 megahertz will let you compete bros, all that kind of stuff, right? Optimum is a huge proponent of the problem, yeah, but he gets a pass because he's just farming nerds. He's the hardware unboxed equivalent of like the AMD bros. So he's just making money by farming stupidity. So it's not there's a fuck that's it's not his fault that people are that fucking dumb. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make his coin. It's not Hardware Unboxed's fault that people are that fucking dumb. It's not Moore's Law's Dead's fault that people are that fucking dumb. He was honest. It's just diminished returns. It doesn't matter though. It's like it's not. Why make the video then? It's like it's like me making a video that's like, does the AM dip exist? And it's like the conclusion of the video is yes, it does. But I didn't need to make that video. Everybody already knows. But if I make that video, it does really well and I get paid, right? It's the same kind of situation. That's more of a, yeah, that's tough. That's more of a there's not really a way around that. It's what I try to teach is, if your algorithm is serving you content like that, that usually means you're lost in the sauce. And you have to test it yourself. You just really do. So here, back to the point that I was trying to make. Whenever these people, here is the oh, I'll talk about the Lila thing after, Nori. But here's kind of the underlying issue of whenever we have these metas that join the Discord, USB port bros, latency bros, USB dongle might add latency bros, networking bros, packet forwarding bros, PPOE, you need 4 different network cards, one for each fucking network. All this shit. Oh my god, dude. By the way, I get DMs from COD bros every week about some new secret meta. They just don't know any better. Here's the thing. Whenever these people come to my Discord or my community, I ask them one question. What rank are you in the game that you play? It's the only question you need to ask them. They're never above platinum or diamond, ever. If they're gold, that's like a rarity. That's the entire and the reason why that question is so important is because if you play at a high level, nobody asks those questions. Nobody. Shroud, fucking go to the Cloud9 CS2 pros or whatever. Do you think any of them even know what any of that shit is at all? No. These type of people are people that suck ass at fucking games, but they don't know why they suck ass at fucking games, so they're looking for a reason of why they suck at games, right? And B, it's the hybrid. It's kind of people like me. It's the hybrid attempted competitive gamer that is into hardware, right? So I've been overclocking my PCs since the 386 or whatever to try and get more frames to compete more in my video games, right? It's kind of like the hybrid gamers, except I don't fucking suck. So that's why I have a unique perspective where it's like when somebody's like, don't use a USB dongle because it might add latency and it might affect your hit reg or something like that. I know that guy's bronze 5 because if he was diamond masters or higher, again with the REMS situation, the guy is the top rank on Starlink. So do you think if REMS forwards some fucking ports on his router, it's gonna affect anything? No, man. You know what I'm saying? Do you think if he disables USB ports, he's gonna game better? No. That's the thing. So whenever these optimization bros enter my Discord, it's always this 50% I feel sorry for them because they don't know how much time they're wasting on all this nonsense, and 50% I can probably monetize this motherfucker because they're so lost. And here's the thing, no matter what I say, they can't get unlost in the sauce until, well, actually all the God supporters are like that too, right? All the God supporters, they all had to spend tens of thousands of dollars before they realized, hey, I just fucking suck. And it's not that serious. It's like, yeah. That's just usually what it ends up being. Hang on, let me catch up here. What's up, Toddzilla? With a tier 1 over on Twitch. 41 months. Man pussy of the day.
You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
Yeah, Leela's been doing very well, man. If you notice in that video, Nori, when I'm playing with her, I try to make her do flips on her back so she doesn't put pressure on her arthritis. So I found kind of a new way to play with her. I try to make her do crunches, dude. Did you see that? I try to make her do barrel rolls, and I try to do crunches with her so that she can like kind of get exercise without putting pressure on her paws, right? So I'm trying to get her to lose weight. She's been loving playing. We play every fucking day, dude. She's been doing so well. Hang on, let me catch you up here. Because we used to play where I would have the thing on the side underneath a piece of cardboard, and then she would try to pounce on it. right? I don't do that anymore. Hang on, let me catch you up here. Good news though, Jufus, my 5090 was an excellent buy. My man. You got the MSRP tough one, right? Fuck yeah, dude. I tried to get one of those too. I'm still trying to get one of those. I can't get one. The reason why I want that one is because it has 2 HDMI ports on it. And I will not pay more than MSRP for a graphics card. I won't do it. I still have my Founders Edition 5090, and that's it, dude. I got that Zotac one for MSRP as well. But I sold that one to a COD bro or a Battlefield bro. So I just have my, and I'm trying to get the tough. MSRP, I will not pay more than MSRP for a graphics card. I won't do it. I play on a 5080. Then again, a 5080 is more than enough for what I play. Oh my god, I'm doing so well in Dead and Vidland right now. Overwatch and Dead and Vinland is all I play. Any network service I have is on some version of Linux. Yeah, that's what I figured too. But nobody can give me an exact reason why other than Windows is untrustworthy. It's like, is that really true? Or is that the Reddit meta? That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, have you actually tested Windows Server yourself? And have you had a security breach of some sort? Or is that just what you were told on Reddit? That's what I'm saying. What's up, Moose? Help me get through the last hour of work. I got you, man. Don't worry. I got you. You know what's so funny about these live streams in general? God, I gotta go fucking cough this out. What's up, Andre? I can't read that. $5060 Ti and 5070. 5070. I didn't get to see the whole message though. Damn. I have not played the new Sonic. Damn it, can I read that message anywhere? Where was that? Can you if I had to choose, I would choose the 5070. The VRAM is not an issue for me, man. Although we're so close to the Super Series now, maybe not. It's October, November, December, January. Can you wait 4 months for CES? Because then you'll get a 5070 Super for the same price if you can wait 4 months. It depends on what your situation is. That's awesome, Lash of the Ninetail. Good man. That's awesome, dude. I love it when people are just thrifty and save money and shit. Oh, I can see the message now. Andre, 50 run. Oh, I thought that was Twitch for some reason. I think it's just something that you have to grow out of, Moose. Because I've talked about this before and I've talked about it like a million times. What do you do after you've finished tweaking? Like what, like where, where is the where is the fun? Like where is the fun coming from? Is what I don't understand. Because he says my main gaming PC I never mess with. However, I have a second PC I play with and mess with RAM time. It's like, yeah, that's all good and dandy. If the goal is to learn, hang on, I gotta go cough. Okay, this is the cough point. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'll answer your question in a sec, Andre. God, I have to go play dodgeball tonight too, and it's fucking bothering me. Yeah, but no, so like it's one thing to learn a new skill for a goal. Like if I want to like I want to learn how to, well, the Borderlands video that I released yesterday is a perfect example. It's like you can literally double your lows by learning how to optimize your PC, right? Which is what the course is for. But then once you so in my course specifically, there are a lot of timings that I don't touch because they don't do anything for gaming. Now, a lot of people will buy the course and then join the Discord after, and they'll be like, what do I do with all these coerciary fucking timings? I'm like, brother, this is not the goal of the course. That is not. But so for some reason people find, I think the fun. So this is a deep fucking theory I have, but let me know if it's accurate for you, Moose. The fun in tweaking comes from the perceived what's the word? Perceived progress. Like the idea that I'm making progress in something. I think that's where the joy comes from. It's kind of like leveling up in a dungeon crawler. The idea of the video game is to give you a sense of progression. Problem is, though, when you go to bed at night, that sense of progression, you're still exactly where you are, right? It's like avoiding reality. I need the coerciary timings to make progress so that I can compete. Bro, I've never touched a coerciary timing in my entire life, and I will beat you at any game that you want to play ever, right? It's just not the way, that's not the way PCs work. If you had to choose between these two cards, what's available in my country, it's my max budget, and I want new, which one would you pick? Well, 5070. If you had to buy one right now, I don't think VRAM is a fucking issue. VRAM was never an issue for me because there's how do I word this? VRAM can be solved with software. What I mean is you can lower settings, you can turn on DLSS, you can lower the render resolution, you can turn down textures. You can solve the VRAM problem with a FrameGen, a myriad of different software techniques, right? Software being the game, NVIDIA control panel, what have you. The one thing that you can't solve is horsepower. So if you have a 5060 Ti, 16 gig, and a 5070, and you want to play Borderlands, no matter what settings you tweak on the 5060 Ti, you'll always have less FPS than a 5070, right? So I would always opt for the more powerful card. It's a simple equation of things that you can control versus things that you can't control, right? I can control how much VRAM my game uses. I can't control how many SMs are on my chip, right? I have to go cough again. God damn. Sorry, guys. One sec. God. I have I have this like phlegm like right here and I just can't get it out for some reason. Every time I talk, I can feel it fucking. It's a big one. It's a big one though. Still must have contracted that some of the Japanese virus, man. VRAM can. So here's the other interesting thing about VRAM. Um it's usually like it's usually not priced appropriate. How the hell do I word it? It's size appropriate for the horsepower of the card. So if like a 5060 Ti 16 gig makes no sense in general because like what game are you going to be playing at 4K high textures on that card to utilize the 16 gigs? It's never going to happen. The card doesn't have that much horsepower, right? Are you going to play Cyberpunk at 4K high textures? Not going to happen, right? So a 5070 with 12 gig, you'll be at like 1440p high textures. Perfect. Like you're still not gonna, you're not even gonna do 4K high textures with a 5070 either, right? That's what my answer would be there. That's what I would do, right? Because I don't care about VRAM. VRAM you can solve in other ways. But yeah, thanks for the 50 Ron though. But that's exactly what it is. Yeah, 50, 60, 16 gig is a goated workstation. Now, for my workflow in Premiere Pro, I do go over 12 gigs of VRAM. So I need 16 gigs of VRAM. I don't go over 16 though. I can get close. I can get up to like 15, right? So if I was building a workstation, yeah, I would go for the 5060 Ti. But he's talking about gaming, I'm pretty sure, right? Thanks for 25 more, Ron. There was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, so if you if so I'm assuming because your budget is in the 70 class, you need your dollar to go farther, in which case I would probably just wait the 3 months, dude, until CES. And then usually what happened last time when the 4070 Super came out, the 4070 dropped by $100 or $50, something like that. Like usually, well, okay, there was a recent leak like a second ago. I just saw it the other day of what the Super Series is going to be. Where the hell was it now? Man, I swear I just saw it here. Was it video cards? God, they spam so many nonsensical articles. Here it is. $5070 Super. Where's the VRAM on this one? Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, memory, 18 gigs. Well, that's interesting. Oh, because they're using the 3 gig chips. How many CUDA cores? A bit more. 5070 Ti. Oh, so still quite a bit less than the 5070 Ti, huh? So I'm assuming this one would be priced the same as the 5070, and then this one would drop by $50 or whatever. 5070 Ti Super. See, this one doesn't make any sense. It's the exact same chip, but just more VRAM? Oh, it's a VRAM refresh. Except this one gets a bit more cores. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. The super refresh always ends up being that the 50 or the 70 super is always the best one. Like the 4070 super was by far the best super card, by far. The 40 Skyrim and Cyberpunk mods, I don't do any mods at all ever. See, back to the whole fan fiction thing. I know I'm missing out, but if it's not canon and not made by the developers, I just don't engage with it. It's the same thing with mods, man. I just don't care. Hang on, let me catch up here. My cat loves to lay on my mouse pad on top of my keyboard. I love cats, man. Man, when it comes to humans, I actually have a theoretical scenario for you guys. Actually, maybe I'll save that for Saturday's stream because I've been encountering a lot of strange behavior with humans IRL that I don't know how to get around, but maybe we'll save that for Saturday and keep this one to tech. Why not just play a game though, Moose? That's on some point. That's the thing. It was like, man, I'll tell you, like, so what me trying to set up this whole networking x86 open WRT router thing, I'm gaining so much knowledge by trying to do all that. Like I like what, and I might even benefit from that one day if somebody in the Discord ever wants to set one up themselves and I can help them with that. I'm actually doing myself a service by undertaking this task. I know that like objectively I'm gaining a lot of knowledge here. But man, I would really just rather be in the gym or fucking playing a game though. I'll tell you, man. Like I am so fucking annoyed. Like, so I enabled CSM again on that thing. Now I gotta get my Titan Volta again to un-CSM it. Or I have to reset the BIOS again. It's like, I hate it, dude. I hate tweaking. I hate it so much. I so much prefer using the hardware for its actual function rather than fucking tweaking, man. Oh my god, I just don't know. There's so much better shit to do. Hang on, let me catch up here. Publish the damn streams also on YouTube for us plebs. Dude, Andre, if you are you a member on just pay the $5 and become a member, and you get access to the VODs on both channels, ad-free. The reason why I don't publish the streams on YouTube on the other channel is because it messes with the algorithm, man. Because when a live stream counts as a video with watch time and click-through rate and stuff. So then if I were to publish those videos, I would have to like clickbait them and like title them properly and stuff. It doesn't but if I put them under members only, then they are removed from the algorithmic equation of the search function. So then that's the only way that I've that I know how to get around that same with shorts, right? So if you just or get somebody to gift you a membership. We have a lot of Chads here gifting memberships, and then you can just watch the VODs ad free on both channels, man. It's not like a money thing, it's an algorithmic thing. Thanks so much for the $2, Moose, my man. I appreciate that. Hang on, let me catch up here. So here's the thing what it doesn't say. Will the 5070 Super have 2 encoders or 1 encoder? That's the question I want to know. Oh no, GB205. So probably 1 encoder. That sucks. So the 5070 Ti Super is going to be the budget workstation card then. Or the 5080. Yeah, the 5070 Ti Super is going to be the budget workstation card. What's up, Lars, my man? Hang on, let me catch up here, guys. Give me 1 sec. Stream services have doubled in price. You know what's interesting, man? Nori. What the hell is going on there? But my Apple TV went up. Apple TV.
Oh yeah.
Apple TV. What's up, Kevs? Is still very reasonable. So is Amazon Prime. Those two are very reasonable. I pay $13 Canadian for Apple TV, and then Prime, I just have Prime. And then I pay the additional $2 on Prime to not have ads. I would be okay with just those two, to be honest. Netflix is a bit fucking expensive. Hulu, Disney Plus, I got rid of all those fucking ones. Just because there's not enough content on them. Like good content. Netflix maybe, but Netflix is fucking expensive, man. It really is. Like, I would rather take that money and give it to, actually, which is what I do, is what you guys do. You guys support me as a content creator. I support a lot of other content creators too. So I get more value from engaging with other creators if I gotta pay them 25. I think I give Devin Nash $50 a month. Yeah, I give Devin like $50 a month. Because that provides more value than Netflix does, right? It's just a dollar per value equation. Xbox Game Pass is another one, right? That one is probably still worth it for me, even at $30 a month. Oh, YouTube Premium, I pay for that. Oh my God, that's the first, dude. YouTube Premium is the first one you get. Ignore all that shit. It's like YouTube Premium, then Jufus Tier 1 is what you fucking pay for. And that's gonna fill up your entire month full of content and fun vibes without having to deal with anything else, man. Kev's XP with a Prime, my man.
Larry, you can't.
Larry!
Larry! Oh, are you alright? How did... Larry!
Hang on, let me catch you up here. The only problem is that it puts the HDD to sleep too fast. That's okay, though. That wouldn't bother me. I would prefer it because I would never see. That's why I wanted to use OpenWRT, but yeah, I would rarely use the file share if ever. So I would want it to idle as much as possible. Lars, thanks so much for 5 gifted, man. You come in clutch every single stream, dude, honestly. So, anybody that got gifted a sub from Lars, you have to join the Discord and link your membership, and you will see a channel called, what the hell is it called? I don't even remember now. Stream VODs. And all the links in there are to private video links that are ad-free. So you get to watch the VODs from both channels ad-free. You can just put that shit on listen and just do your work or whatever. But you have to join the Discord to see those channels though. Will Tekia City make an appearance? I can get him back on, sure, yeah. I haven't talked to him in a while. Next week is Tech Lab UK, and then I can get Brian on right after that again. We can kind of redo the cycle of all the creators again. I gotta get in contact with Paul somehow. I haven't even tried, to be honest. I got too much shit going on, man. How do you guys feel about... You know what I want to try one day? I want to try an IRL podcast, like getting somebody actually at my house and having two like a proper one. But I have to finish my studio upstairs first. I gotta finish this fucking router first, which is gonna take me another 2 days of faffling, man. Oh my god. Yeah, YouTube Premium is 100% non-negotiable. Yeah, man. Because YouTube Premium, YouTube, so it's yeah, content in general, content is too broad of a term, but like there's no limits to YouTube Premium. That's what it is. So like if you subscribe for Netflix, you know you're going to be watching like Stranger Things and Umbrella Academy and whatnot. You're limited to Netflix's content, right? On YouTube, you're like, dude, you want to go down a sick ass fucking rabbit hole on YouTube? Go to Lord of the Rings lore. You want to talk about a waste of time, dude? I have watched thousands of hours on Tolkien lore. I don't even know why. I just find that shit fucking fascinating, dude. Fascinating. How this one random dude called Tolkien created so many universes. Yeah, Warhammer is another one, dude. Dude, go look at some Warhammer lore. I'll see you in fucking 4 months, man. That's why YouTube Premium is so invaluable. You don't have to watch like Optimizer, Tweaker, benchmarks. Like that shit is so fucking lame, dude. That shit is so fucking lame. There's so many hidden gems on YouTube. There's so like you don't understand. You don't have to watch Panjo videos and video control panel tweaks. Like that's like the lamest shit that you could possibly use YouTube for. Seriously. Hang on, let me catch you up here. I know, I wish I could get there was the Newegg Shuffle. I forgot. You guys, check the Newegg Shuffle every single day because I got gifted a membership. How lame is that, dude? What a waste. Newegg Shuffle. They had a 5090 on there the other day. And then the shuffle has ended. But I don't know if the price was below MSRP or not. That would be sick, though. It was a gigabyte one, though. Yeah, I want the tough, though, for 2 HDMI ports. Hang on, let me catch up here. Is 2700 for a 5090 Trio too much? That's just in the eye of the beholder, man. Any price that it's just in the eye of the beholder, man. Those questions are always those questions are always really hard to answer because they don't factor in the that you're talking to a stranger. Like, I don't know how much money you make at your day job. I don't know what your rent is. I don't know how much you pay for groceries, etc. Right? So take my optimization course, for example. Some people are like, that's way too expensive. And some people are like, that was way too cheap for the value that I got, right? So anything in terms of like the only thing that I could tell you would I pay that much for that card? That's usually the only frame that I can come from, but the answer is no, I wouldn't pay that much for that card. Because in case you've forgotten, my friend, and the thing that we preach on this channel, law of the cheapest model. Always, baby. Always. I ain't paying a single dollar over MSRP because what's the point? Unless there's a special function like unless you want like an AIO version or like a single slot version to save space or a single fan. If you're overpaying for the chip for a specific function, that's different. But a Trio is just like a quad slot monstrosity with no special features, right? Now, so here's the thing. If it had like, do you remember those old Gigabyte 3090s? Gigabyte 3090. Remember these things? Now I can't master. Yeah. So this thing had 3 HDMIs and 3 display ports. I would pay a premium for that. Why don't we have this? That's what I'm saying. So like if that card was $2,700, if they're charging a $700 premium, but it came with 3 HDMI ports and 3 display ports, I'd be like, hey, well, if you need 3 HDMI ports and you have a certain function for that, then I would pay the premium, right? But that specific card doesn't have a single thing special about it over an MSRP model, so I would say no. In fact, I would try and get the Founders Edition instead, right? Hang on, let me catch up here. I never got into Warhammer just for that reason. Same with One Piece, man. One Piece and Warhammer are too far gone for me to jump into it now. I'm too far behind. I can't do it. Yeah, you're all so the how you can tell that the 50 Super Series is coming out soon. You're seeing very good pricing. The liquidation is happening. You can see that shit. What was it? The other day I saw. Did Kev put it in the Discord? I don't remember now. It was a 5080. What the hell? It was $899 or so. It was like $100 off. Like, you're seeing it, man. Like, you're seeing it. Hot deals. It was $899. Yep. So there was a 50/80 for $100 below MSRP already. So I would not hesitate. Oh, this goes back to the 5060 Ti versus 5070. On the Newegg shop, I know you're in God knows where you are, Romania or whatever. I know. I wish I could buy it. It was fucking Micro Center only. I tried to buy that shit. I always, whenever I see a deal usually when you see a deal like that, it's from the manufacturer, and they usually like give a kickback or a rebate to the store. That's why they can sell them for that cheap. Usually you'll find that deal on every storefront, right? You have to manually search for them though. So like when the MSRP Tough came out for $19.99, that same price was across every storefront, right? In an attempt to liquidate them. So if you I know someone who got one for $8.99 and sold it the same day. Does that make sense? How could you? They're not like they're not, there's not a shortage on them. That doesn't make any sense. How could he? That's another thing that doesn't make sense, man. A lot of people don't value their time cost analysis, man. Like, I remember like when the 4090 and the 5090 came out and the Switch 2. Let's take the Switch 2 for example. So the Switch 2 comes out and I drive by my Best Buy down here and I see a fucking lineup the night before with like tents and like people camping out and shit. Now, let's say the Switch 2 was $700 Canadian, and let's say you can sell it for $1,000, but you have to let's say you start camping out at 10 p.m. the night before, opens up at 10 a.m. Let's say 12 hours. 300 Canadian divided by 12 hours. So you're $25 an hour you sat out. That's not including the hours that you have to spend on Facebook Marketplace, meeting up with the guy after, selling it, the fuel cost. It's never worth it. The only way scalping is worth it is if you buy it on an online store. This guy that sold, so if you bought a 5080 for $900 US, the most that you could probably sell that for is like $950 or $975 in case the guy wants to save $50 on that model. So the guy went to the store, bought a 5080 for $900, met up with another dude, sold it for $50 profit, and then went and bought another card again. So he worked for like $10 an hour? Why not just work a shift at Taco Bell and just, that's what I'm talking about. Why not just work a shift at Taco Bell and just buy the card that he wanted in the first place? Why go through the entire rigmarole? I already know the answer why. Is because people perceive work as work, and they perceive going to the store, buying the card and selling it and buying as hustling. Right? I would say your buddy is either full of shit or basically really fucking stupid and doesn't understand the time cost analysis, right? It doesn't make any sense to do that. He might, and here's the thing. This is why I have trouble with IRL humans because your buddy told you that in an attempt to make himself seem smart. Like, hey, look at me, I'm the smart guy. I went to the store and I flipped it and made profit, right? He thinks he's being smart. If my IRL buddy told me that in real life, I'd be like, you wasted fucking 7 hours to make $50? Like, I could have paid you to do something for me for more money than that. They don't want to hear that. That makes it sound like their idea was stupid, which it is fucking stupid. There's infinitely more ways to make money than to waste your time doing that. They don't want to hear it. They think they were clever. So I think time cost analysis is probably the most important thing that a human can learn in order to not let what it is they're letting their emotions and feelings supersede what common sense and logic is. So he feels like he made profit. In reality, the time cost analysis calculator says he lost money doing that, right? It's the same thing with the $5 bros in the Discord. Somebody that can barely afford a 50/70, they see, wow, I can't believe Jufus is complaining about a free $5 times 20 people or whatever. They don't see the time cost analysis is every time I talk to a $5 person in the Discord, I'm losing money, right? Because that $5 is a cost of a Starbucks. Never mind my day job, I can just go back to. Cost of a Starbucks, I can make more money at my day job working less hours than the $5 dude. So everything needs to be calculated on a time cost analysis basis. And that's kind of the only way that you can really not let your emotions waste your own time, right? You don't want to waste your own time by feeling like something is. That's same thing with the BIOS screen, right? I'm doing my tertiary timings because it makes me feel like I'm progressing in something. It's a feeling, right? Time cost analysis would dictate you're wasting a lot of fucking time and not making any fucking money or progress on anything tangible in reality, right? Time cost analysis is everything. Am I still streaming? Oh, I am. What the hell? My web browsers just froze. Huh. Oh yeah, see, I have 5 errors that say you need to update your GoXLR firmware. Well, now I'm afraid to actually... Oh yeah, I can't click on my browser. Look at that. It looks like my Chrome tab. Oh, it's only Firefox that bugged out. That's interesting. Oh yeah, it is Firefox. Okay, well, I'm going to close Firefox. Oh god, give me a sec, guys. Oh no, we're back. What the heck? Dude, that's not the first time that's happened. It's like the chat will get stuck. Can you focus? It's like the chat will get stuck unless I click on Firefox and then it like updates everything. It's really weird. But anyway, time cost analysis, boys. Most valuable skill that you can learn. So it's what I try to always. It's tough because how do you tell that's why it's so, dude, it's so hard when you become, okay, so here's a warning for you guys. if you become a time cost analysis bro, it becomes very difficult to relate to humans in real life because it makes you realize how many humans, including all your friends and stuff, waste sheer fucking amount of man hours on things that make them feel good with no goal. And you're like, man, is all of human society just run on feelings? And the answer is yes. And then so somebody's like, well, drugs is the best. Drugs and alcohol are the best example. Alcohol, there can be a goal to that though, but drugs, it's like, I do drugs because it makes me feel good. But what's the fucking time cost analysis of that? You feel good for a few hours. And then now you have to read 6 books to build up those brain cells that you just fried. Could have just not done it in the first place and not had to read those books after, right? Or you're just gonna stay broke ass forever in that stupid downward spiral of drugs, right? Yeah, anyway. Could rant on that forever, but man, it's time cost analysis. But anyway, back to the fucking the sales here that I was talking about. So is the 5060 Ti or 5070 a better value right now? Or what I was going to say with the 5080 sale that Kev's posted, if you see a deal like that, I would not hesitate to grab that, because a 5080, so we're going to assume that the 5080 Super is going to cost the same. It's a VRAM upgrade. If you can find a 5080 OG one for $100 less, but you can start gaming on it right now, you're getting 3 or 4 months of gaming before the Super comes out, to which you'll have to pay $100 more for the same performance, right? You get more VRAM, but you're basically putting that $100 value on 4 months of gaming and the price savings, right? So what was it? It was on the now this isn't applicable to Romania, but on the Newegg Shuffle there was a 50, what was it now, man? I posted it in the gods chat. It was a 5070. It was filthy cheap too. I don't remember now. RTX 5070 MSRP. Why was it 550? I think it was on sale for like 450 or yeah, it was 450 on the Newegg Shuffle. Anyway, so if you can find a 5070 for like 450, then that's already that's already like the post Super launch price cut pricing, but you can buy it now. So if you that's what I would look for. I wouldn't buy any card right now for MSRP, because we're seeing $100 price cuts across the board right now, right? So that's the thing to look out for, and that's the thing to buy. That's what I would do. Except for the 5090, unfortunately. Hang on, let me catch up here. People like to put more effort into avoiding work than just getting a job. I don't know what that is, dude. I don't know what that is. That is insane to me. Why do people not like working? That's a theoretical question for you. Why do people not like working so much? And if you hate your fucking job, what is the where does the resistance come from just finding a job that you enjoy? Have you ever seen me complain about my day job? Not once, man. In fact, I've been gassing that fucking day job since I started YouTube. I'm like, I don't need YouTube, man. I was happier than a pig in shit at my day job. I'm good. I never it's chill, man. I go to my office, do my fucking work orders. I get to hang out with the boys in the Discord while I fucking it's all good stuff. I enjoyed it. You get to talk to people. Yeah. I think that's the shittiest thing. Okay, I will tell you. The biggest con to going full time on YouTube is the isolation. Not the isolation. It's the not going to it's it's interesting. I'm not forced to go to an office anymore. Therefore, I'm not forced to like water cooler gossip with people anymore. So so now if I it's time cost analysis, man. It's interesting. So it's like here's a time cost analysis when it comes to actually socializing, right? So before, when I was forced to go to the office every day, I was getting paid to socialize with humans. Now, you got to be professional, and you're not like getting into like the deep topics about the meaning of life with people at work and shit. But it was nice to talk to people about, hey, how's the fucking weather or whatever, right? The dumb shit. I was getting paid to do that. Now I no longer get paid to do that. Now, if I want to socialize, I have to force myself to engage in activity outside of my house, such as that's the only reason why I'm still playing dodgeball. So tonight, I'm going to go play dodgeball with all my friends, and then we're going to go out for dinner after. But I'm not getting paid for that time. You see what I'm saying here? So being a creator is not all roses and butterflies. There's a time cost analysis because now let's say for example, I didn't play dodgeball or I didn't have other outings outside. How the hell would I meet people? If you think about it, it's like if I wasn't forced to go to an office and I didn't already have a pre-established friends group to like socialize, how the hell would I meet people? I was thinking about that the other day because I'm like, the nice thing about going to an office, you're getting paid to meet new people. I don't think people understand the value of that. So when people are like, oh, I just want to work from home and I don't want to go to the office and blah, blah, blah. I think that works for a certain period of time. But I think we all saw what happened to humanity when the entire globe was forced to isolate in their houses. So there is a get out of the house and you're being paid to work with others. I think there's a value there that we can't quantify that, which I've noticed being a full-time creator now. There's people at work that I kind of miss talking to. I do. You know what I'm saying? I used to talk to them every single day. And it's just like, oh, they're just not there anymore. And you're silly if you think that because here's the thing. What's the number one thing that always happens when you quit your job or leave your job or switch jobs? The main reason why people don't. You think that the friends that you made at work or dodgeball or so, you think the friends that you made would continue after you leave? But what happens? They just disintegrate. So you think the friends that you made in high school, do you see any of them now? Nope. You think the friends that you made at your first job, do you see them? Nope. The friendships are 100% based off of proximity, and you forced to. So when you are playing a group sport such as dodgeball, everyone is forced to a location to basically what. Okay, here's the moral of the story here. Friendship equals forced to be somewhere with somebody else. That's the fucking. So the value of a day job. Oh, what's up, Maeve? Welcome to What's the Goal tier on YouTube. Oh, by the way, that is a loud notification. Oh my god, dude. I heard that through my headset down there. Well, welcome. What's the goal, Maeve? Discord. I fixed all of the YouTube memberships now. So it says exactly what you get in each tier. And it says so the first tier says sub only chat. The next tier says full Discord access, but you still get all the VODs for free and everything. But anyway, proximity. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Holy. I was gonna talk about that on Saturday, man. On my that's exactly the topic that I was gonna talk about on Saturday's stream when it comes to human relations. We'll still save that one for Saturday. But yeah, proximity. It's kind of so man, humans are fascinating, dude. You have to be close enough to where you can see them on a snap of the finger, but you also can't live together. Otherwise shit goes down, right? Now, friendship. So with the whole day job thing, as soon as you leave your day job, all those friendships are gone. As soon as you stop playing that group sport, those friendships are all gone. That, you know, which is interesting because like there's another value to the Discord too. I don't feel so socially isolated because I get to talk with the boys in the Discord every single day, which is kind of nice, right? Now it's not and it's like, oh, Jufus is talking a lot more these days. Oh, it's because he's full time. It's kind of part of that, but it's also kind of like I don't have to go to my office and I don't get to talk to people anymore. I'm just like here working 24/7 now in my house, like full isolated. So that's kind of why I want to get my studio upstairs finished so that I can have guests come in the house and do a podcast IRL live kind of thing. And that way I get to have, or I have to go out with like my my camera and go like vlog and talk to people outside. You can't just be like an isolated. Maybe that's why every tech tuber is so fucking weird, huh? It's like maybe that's why. Maybe because they're all just isolated in their fucking houses doing benchmarks 24/7, and that just drives people fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. Now, having done both now, I would say, yeah, like being a full-time creator and being a full-time 9-to-5er, they have their equal pros and cons, man. I will say that. I think being self-employed is better for me just because honestly, my sleep fucking sucks. So some days it's better for my health, which is what I care more about. So, oh my God, dude, I swear to the neighbor. I'm gonna lose my mind. Dude, have you guys noticed that you probably can't hear it. Every time I live stream, the neighbor turns on their fucking weed whacker, whatever the hell that thing is. I'm losing. Why? You don't need to weed whack every single Thursday. What the hell? There's the weeds don't grow every Thursday. Hang on, let me catch up here. But what I wanted to say about the day job thing, there's pros and cons, but like a lot of the time when I got really bad sleep because of like YouTube or whatever, or like stress, you still have to get up at 8 in the morning every day anyway. The job doesn't care how you feel physically. I mean, like so then, which is fine. But then what would happen is when it came time to hit the gym, I would be so physically sleepy that my gains would suck ass. I wouldn't let that stop me. I still fucking went every single day anyway. But now it's like last night I'm dicking around with this fucking open WRT shit. I woke up at like 10:30 today. 11 o'clock, whatever the hell it was. I'm going to hit the gym and I'm going to perform okay and I'm not tired. So being self-employed just gives you more when you have a baby, I can't even fucking imagine that. It gives you more flexibility of how you, it doesn't have to. Now, a lot of people that doesn't work, a lot of people, what's up, Mavericken? My God. Long time no see, dude. A lot of people do not function without rigid structure. My ex was like that. Remember my ex during the pandemic? When all the jobs shut down, she wasn't working. She went to DGen hours very quick, playing Warzone till like 4 a.m., fucking sleeping into like 2 p.m. and she like full fucking DGen, right? She like, so that's the type of human that needs somebody to tell her where to be at her job every single day. Most humans are like that. I'm pretty sure that's why society is structured that way. For me, I need the freedom, because if I go to the gym now or 2 hours from now, I'm okay with either one kind of thing. Maverickin, my man, gifted 5 subs over on Kick. Everybody that got gifted a sub, actually all these guys are already in the Discord. Join the Discord, link your account, get access to all the VODs for free. My man Maverickin.
Now there's gonna tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
The commute is a big one, Tartug. Yeah, I didn't have a commute. I live 5 minutes away from my office, so I never had the commute portion of it, thankfully. I think if I had to commute 30 minutes or more per day to my job, I would be pretty fucking resentful of it, because you're not getting paid for the commute time. I think living back to proximity again, you have to live close to your spouse, you have to live close to your friends, you have to live close to your job. It's all about the fucking proximity. And the proximity stops a lot of time wastage and time cost analysis, right? Hang on, let me catch you up here. Assuming you can get a 5090 FE at MSRP, would you still say the law applies? Adding in liquid metal, harder disassembly, etc.? Yeah, why would you ever disassemble that card? And it's a 2 slot, and it will retain its value far longer. Yeah. The 5090 Founders Edition you're making money on the money that you pay on that card. If you can get one for MSRP. No other card can be said, or no other model can be said for that. Because it's a 2 slot and farms can use it. I gotta ask, I'm gonna ask Jacob if he can actually bring me a Founders Edition. You know what I'll do? I'll ask Jacob if there will be any 5090 Founders Editions for sale at a CES, and then hope, because they did that at GDC, I think, last summer or something like that. They were just selling Founders Editions 5090s. I would love that. I would buy like 2 of those. Or I could buy them for the Discord for the boys if they want that shit. Because you just can't get those fucking things, man. Dude, the Weed Whacker is driving me fucking crazy. I'm gonna lose it. What's up, Swarty? My man, Tier 1 over on Twitch. Thank you for 44 months, dude. My man.
Are you sure about that?
You have a day job? I've had a day job the entire time I've been a creator, man. Only I went full-time 3 months ago. Whenever this podcast started is when I went full-time. And actually, like, stopped the day job. Because, dude, most tech creators have day jobs. Like, Danny Z does. Tech Lab UK, I'm bringing him on next week. He does. Most of them do. Because how else are these guys gonna afford their? How are they gonna afford their channels? Like, you don't make any money on YouTube, man. Nobody does. How much money have I made on this stream alone? Let's see. So we got 5 Maverick, and that's $25. I got some Ron. I don't know what the hell that's worth. Swarty, Kev's XP, Toddzilla, 15. That's $2.50. So that's $7.50. So I've made $32 plus Mave, $37. Oh, Lars fucking saved it too. So that's $70. 72. Let's say I made $75 for 2 hours of work before taxes. That's about the same as what I made at my day job. It's about the same. So like this is a lot more fun, I'll tell you. But this is also a lot more work than my day job. Talking straight for 2 hours and just like rambling and shit and try to entertain people. This is way harder than my day job was, man. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, right? There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Actually, I could have just socialized with people for the same money too, right? I do this because I like it. That's why. Now, if you watch other people live stream, like COD Bros, COD Chicks, gaming streamers, other content, nobody even makes this much, dude. Nobody makes money being if you want to be a content creator, go try it and find out, dude. Go try it. It is not a profitable business. It's basically slave labor being a creator. And then, like, people are like, I paid $5. Where's my Jufus time? Jufus, can you tune my whole PC for $5? My God. Now, let me catch up here. Dude, the Weed Whacker. It's hard for me to to block out noise, man. I had that problem in Japan too. Like this incessant fucking noise just getting raped in my ear, and I can't block this shit out. Oh my god, I'm gonna go throw an egg at this motherfucker in a second. Why is it getting louder? He's like revving the engine, bro. I'm not even kidding. It's like he put premium fuel in that shit so we can get the RPMs higher. Doesn't make any sense. He paid for the 94 octane. Oh, he stopped. Maybe he heard me. You know what though? Oh, I've been so my neighbors, not this one, this is a different one. Here's another fucking one for you. Why? So you need isolation, but you also need community, but you need isolation too, right? Because so my neighbor, I think they just got divorced as well. I'm going to talk a bit softer here. I think they just got divorced. And it's just the woman living with her 2 daughters now. And it's hell in that fucking house. Dude, I can hear them screaming at each other at the top of their lung. When they slam their front door, like fucking, I would say maybe like 60 or 70 feet that way or whatever, it feels like there's an earthquake in my fucking house. How hard? Because I guess the daughters are teenage daughters. What do you have when you have 3 women in one house? It's exactly what you think what would happen, right? Like it's fucking chaos over there. And the weed whacker starts again. But it's becoming an issue now where like they scream at each other so much in their front yard that it's actually starting to scare my cat. I'm like, this is getting out of fucking control here. So instead of the man dealing with his household, he either bailed or he was extricated out of the household. I'm assuming it's probably the latter, just because Canadian law will tell the man he has to leave the house, when clearly with the man not there, it nosedived fucking quick, dude. I'm actually hoping that they sell that house or something. I hope they have to like sell it in a divorce or something. Then again, the devil you know sometimes is the better than the devil you don't. What if the next people in that house are even fucking... I need to buy that. What I need to do is buy that fucking property next to my house and leave it fucking empty. That's what I need to do. That's the plan. That way I can have peace and fucking quiet. And buy the weed whacker fucker's house too. God damn. I always thought about a content house. I think that's one way that creators get around the isolation. But man, I fucking hate roommates. I had a roommate once. Let me go take a quick piss here though. I'll talk about that. We got 10 minutes left. Let me take a quick piss. Talk about the roommate situation. Ooh, okay. Yeah, my property tax does suck here, unfortunately. It does. No, so yeah, I've had a roommate before. If you count my ex, I've had well, two roommates in my entire life, both female. I've never had a guy roommate. That sounds like fucking hell. Um, and yeah, living with my ex was okay, but the first roommate though, man, man, I don't know. I like it's different when you're sleeping with the girl. Because then there's no like boundaries on the house or whatever. But like when like it's a roommate, you have to like schedule meal prep time. That always pissed me off the most. And then like and then like you don't know if like you should eat dinner together or separate because there's only one living room and who schedules like the fucking living room time. Not for me, dude. That is not for me. So if it was like a content house, who does the dishes, who cleans up the bathroom mess, I hate that shit, dude. I hate it. I hate having to clean up after my biggest pet peeve is repeating myself and having to take care of another human. I fucking hate it, dude. I can't do it. I can't do it. Not if they're not sick. That's different. If they're like sick and throwing up, that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like general tardiness drives me insane, dude. Somebody just like leaves their plate after dinner on the table, I'll fucking lose it. I just can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. That's not for me. So a content house I don't think is a good solution for me. I think living again forced it's all proximity based for me. The best relationships that I've had are where I've lived really close to the girl but not with the girl. The best friendships I've had, same thing, live close to the friends, not with the friends. So for content, I think if I lived close to a lot of creators but not with them, I think that would be the best. Because then you can still make content together, but if I have a bad night of sleep and I need to sleep in, I don't have to be woken up by somebody else taking a huge shit. Do you know what I'm saying? So I like my peace and quiet and my privacy. I think that's why I liked my day job so much too. I like to come home to my peace and quiet, and then I can go to my job to do the socializing. And then when I leave my 9 to 5, I come home. There's like this 5 o'clock firewall where I can leave all the humans at work and I get to come home to my peace and quiet, right? That's the thing. So there's pros and cons. I don't know why. Here's the thing. Here's the question. I don't know why 9 to 5s and day jobs are so shamed on social media. Every time I see one of those posts, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with a good 9 to 5. Like, stop that shit. Stop shaming people just enjoying structure. Not everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to, I don't know, man. I don't know. Social media is fucking weird. It really is that way. Oh, what's up, Ichachi? My man with the Prime. 29 months, Ichachi. Let's do a daddy chill.
Daddy chill.
What the hell is even that?
Yeah, because the only tech tuber that isn't a fucking weirdo is Brian, Tech Yes City. Or actually all the ones that I have on this podcast. And those are all the ones that aren't socially isolated. If you think about it. The tech tubers at the top are all kind of oddballs, aren't they? They're all kind of like, maybe it is a social isolation thing. It's gotta be. Because the only differentiating factor between normal people and fucking weirdos seems to be isolation, isn't it? It's like the weirdos, because the weirdos that join the Discord, the main problem that they have is they can't read the room, or they can't read what is appropriate and what's not socially appropriate, and maybe that comes from them not having any social experience. Therefore, they are isolated, which is like a self-looping problem, because if they don't know how to socialize and they're fucking weird, whenever they try to socialize, they don't get punished for it, but they get ostracized, which reinforces their isolation, which then reinforces their inability to socialize. That actually makes perfect fucking sense, because the time to learn, but that doesn't make any sense though. The time to learn those skills would have been in like high school and middle school and stuff. So what would have happened back then to those people that made them socially isolated as children? Because children don't really have a concept of that yet. Fascinating social intricacies 101. That's kind of that's kind of what separates the top tech tubers from the normal ones. You know, Brian socializes all that guy does, because he's out hustling PCs. Like, his day job is on Facebook Marketplace, meeting up with people and socializing with them. That's his socializing. Therefore, he's also the least weird motherfucker, right? Because you can't be a weird motherfucker and sell people stuff. It's off-putting to the buyer. Like, you don't see an autistic car salesman, do you? That that doesn't blink and stares into your fucking. You sure as hell see a lot of autistic fucking non-blinking tech tubers, don't you? Hang on, let me catch up here. What's up, AI? Your streams are awesome. Thanks, I appreciate it. It's just me fucking mouth vomiting into a microphone. What's anthropology? What's the description there? So the topic that we're going to talk about on I can't even spell right now. Oh my god, I am basically retarded. Human behavior, human biology, culture, societies, linguistics. That's interesting. It's just so this, okay, so we'll end it off here, but this is the topic that I want to talk about on Saturday. So here's the proximity with the proximity in relation to relationships, in relation to the value exchange. Yeah, we're gonna have Tech Lab UK next Thursday. Yeah. And then we can get Tech Yes City on the week after. But so here's the thing. For those of you guys that have been in so here's the thing. The topic that we're going to talk about on Saturday. 50-50 or man pays. That'll be a good teaser for Saturday's topic. Not gonna get into it right now, but this is or actually that also goes for friendships too. Do you pay for friends or make them pay for themselves? If they are poor and you are rich. There you go. We're talking about like let's just say in the context of like a $20 meal or something. Hang on, let me catch up here. Yeah, we need to so back to the 9 to 5 thing. We need to normalize not normalize. We need to normalize that it's okay to have a 9 to 5 and being a content creator. It's fine. It's totally fine. I did that for 5 years, but I did both for 5 years before I went full-time creator. 5 years, man. It's fine. And I had to do that so that I could maintain Discord integrity, not rely on subscribers. I needed the ability to be able to ban people from my chat without worrying about my monetization. Having a 9 to 5 and being a creator at the same time is a hedge against both. That's what the point is. You have a 9 to 5 and you're a creator, and let's say they're both doing well. If you get canceled tomorrow because of an algorithm, you're good. If you get canceled tomorrow, if you get fired tomorrow because you said something that wasn't woke enough, you're good. If you have both, you have a hedge. That's the whole point, right? Nothing wrong with that. You're not a failure. That's like, sounds like a smart play to me. Not, yeah, that ain't you being a failure. That's called being smart, right? I just picked up the course yesterday. Chapter 2 is so helpful. Fuck yeah, Yummy Cakes. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, every time. It's so funny. It's like, I really gotta fucking fix my sales copy. Oh my God. I am not doing that course justice by having no sales copy at all. Because people always go onto the landing page and they're always like, I don't even know what I'm buying. And yet every time somebody does buy it, they come back on chat and they're like, this is fucking incredible. I'm like, I know. I don't know how to sell it, okay? I don't know. It's fucking incredible though. Dude, Yami, thanks for buying it though. That's awesome. Trust me. I will fix the sales copy that's a whole nother skill I have to learn. It's always chapter 2. It's always that chapter. It's every time. It's always that chapter. I've said this like 100 times. Everybody always stops after chapter 2. Dude, when they actually feel what a normal PC is supposed to feel like, they're like, fuck this tuning shit. It's always chapter 2, man. I should just sell that as a separate fucking course. No, I've said this before, Polly. I've said this before. I said it again. I have not had a meaningful impact on anyone's life ever. I couldn't tell you. So fuck it. Okay, last thing. It was my mom's birthday on Monday, so we met up with the family for dinner, and I haven't. Oh my god, dude, I haven't seen my family. Let's say I gotta spend more time with them, but I haven't seen them in like 4 or 5 months or whatever. Jesus, they are all fucking obese. Holy shit, they gained like 20 fucking pounds, brother. Oh my god. So I'm like, good god, guys, you're all gonna die in like a year unless you fucking lose some weight. And I'm like, they're like, yeah, but we're always hungry, and I'm like, okay, just get one of these. It's a Fitbit. I will even buy it for you. I've told this story, but remember that buddy I had, that obese buddy? I'm like, I'll buy you a step counter, dude. I'll fucking buy it for you. This is the cheapest thing that you can buy for your health. It's a fucking step counter, okay? So I'm like, I will buy you all step counters, and your only goal is to get 10,000 steps a day. That's it. Don't worry about your diet. Don't worry about your food. Don't worry about your supplements. Just get 10,000 steps. The amount of resistance that I got from just that was fucking ludicrous, dude. Ludicrous. I can't even convince my own parents who are about to die to just do 10,000 steps. It's fucking impossible. Humans are legit retarded. It's insane. It's fucking insanity. I can't motivate anybody in the Discord to go to the gym. I can't motivate my IRL friends to not be fucking complacent, lazy, fat nerds. I can't help people. You fucking... I think Brian is full on fucking in denial now. You cannot help people. The only person that can help people is themselves. You can't do it. What's up, Further Still with a Prime? Thanks so much, Further Still. Motivate me to lose 100 pounds? For now? What about 5 years from now? What time is Saturday's stream? Same time, 12 p.m. So Thursdays is Techonomics. It's like 50-50, but depending on which guest I can get on versus myself. And then Saturday is like when we talk about the fun shit, like should a man pay? 50-50. So I literally just the reason why I want to talk about this, I just encountered a huge blow up with my girl over this problem, and I'm just like trying to brainstorm the fascinating reality of what this dude, Saturday's topic is going to be so good. So good, dude. This you want to know about human psychology? Wait for Saturday's stream. But actually, also it also is related to friendships and stuff, and how you can't help people, you can't change people. Most humans are just pieces of shit. That kind of stuff, right? You'll see. Saturday will be lit, and then Saturday streams are Saturday at 12 p.m. on the Frame Chasers channel, and we talk about like cool shit like that. So Thursdays is technology, Saturdays is whatever the hell. A healthcare is what most need, sadly. No, that's not true. They've all had health scares, man. My mom gets her blood work done. Her insulin levels are like slightly lower that month because she's pre-diabetic. The next thing she does is buy a Costco cake to like celebrate. And then her levels go back up. And then she's like, oh shit. And then she starves herself. It's a clusterfuck. Humans, I can't believe that I was born from those two humans. It's fucking insane, dude. They just run purely off of emotion in the moment. She gets my mother. She gets her blood work. The number's down 1 point. Therefore, she feels good in the moment that she did a good job. Therefore, she's going to go buy a cake. Her levels go up. She feels bad in the moment. In that moment, she throws out all the sugar in her house and does well for the next 30 days. It's just purely based off of the emotion they feel in that fucking moment. That's how all humans function. It's fucking insane. It's insane. It's insanity. Where did this come from? Where'd this come from, Fake Frames hater? What the hell is this? I'm gonna wait for you to answer, and if you don't, I'm gonna ban you for this one. Who are you talking to? We're gonna get into some self-awareness right now. I'll give you 60 seconds to reply. No, Toddzilla. Absolutely not. I don't even remember what you were banned for. The reason why I didn't respond to any of your chats today is because I know you're banned for being a piece of shit. I don't remember why, though. My brain just catalogs this guy as a piece of shit. That sounds like a you problem, man. Sorry. I just don't have time to babysit humans. So this guy just posted and ghosted? Oh. Hater, someone mentioned FPS different meaning. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. I didn't see that message. My bad. Oh, so you were responding to him. Gotcha. Okay, I think that guy posted and ghosted. Because oh, I see. Okay. My bad. Okay, fine. What I thought you did, health scares don't work. Smokers just go right back to smoking. What I thought you did there was I thought you read the stream title and you did the YouTube comment thing where you didn't watch the whole VOD and you just comment your opinion and get the fuck out, as so many YouTube viewers do. The reason why, Todd, is time cost analysis. Right? How much money are you going to give me versus how much time am I going to spend babysitting your behavior? It's never going to be worth it. I'd rather just go to my day job. It's the same problem as the $5 bros. That's the reason why I don't let Nori back in either. Because Nori always causes problems. And he ends up costing me more money than just leaving him fucking banned. Even though I know Nori's a good dude. He's just a fucking shit disturber. My buddy has fatty liver disease, is obese, high LDL, gets dopamine hit talking about eating right, but won't actually do it. Has a wife and kid. That's fucking sad, dude. Oh, that's the other thing too. Why do humans, maybe we'll save this for Saturday too. Why do humans get a dopamine kick from talking about something? Where did we learn that behavior from? Like Louis CK does like the best fucking bit on this one. He's like, I'm sitting and dude, this is so fucking funny. I laughed my ass off at this joke so much. Louis C.K., he's like, I'm sitting in first class on an airplane, and I see an old woman with a cane that can barely walk walking past me, right? And he's like, you know, I should probably give her my seat because this poor woman obviously can't afford first class and it would change her entire life in doing so. And then he's like, so I got the dopamine kick of the thought of doing it, but obviously I'm not going to do it. So he's like, I got all the good emotions of thinking I'm a good person, and I got to be a piece of shit and just watch her walk by me. So that's exactly what it is. So I like the idea of giving this old grandma my seat, but I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to get the dopamine high of thinking that I should do it. How did we... It was like one of the funniest bits Louis C.K. ever did because it's 100% bang on, dude. 100%. I don't know why humans are like that. So my mom, she's like... You know what her response was to the step counter thing? She's like, oh, I know I did 10,000 steps because I walk to this place every day. I'm like, but you don't know. She's like, oh, but it must be around there. I'm like, Mom, I'll buy you one. She's like, no, don't worry about it. I know it's around 10,000 steps. She doesn't want to fucking face... This woman just turned 69 years old, which is fucking hilarious. And she doesn't want to face the reality of the 10,000 steps. I've come to, I've had a lot of people pass, like a lot of friends and stuff pass away the last few years. All self-inflicted, by the way, sort of. It's like, how do you self-inflict cancer, really? Are they smokers? Do they do drugs and drink alcohol and eat a lot of sugar? Yeah. And then was that the cause of the cancer? You'll never really know. I assume it is, though. Like, if you're a piece of shit, the cancer will reward you, right? Now, it's like, then the thought becomes, should I have tried to do more to help them? And I don't feel guilty whatsoever. I'm like, I'll try once or twice. If the person lives in denial land, I'm fucking out. You can just die on your own. I can't help you. Just go fucking pass away then. Just go die. What do you want me to do about it? I'm pretty hyped for Battlefield 6, yeah. It was good, man. I liked it a lot. The Battle Royale. I'm excited for that a lot, dude. I hope the Battlefield Battle Royale does well. No, Mad Geek. Okay, now I gotta ban you, dude. Man, dude, I literally gave you a fucking warning, and you just broke another 2 rules. You use the word you should. If anyone ever uses the words you should anywhere around me, you get fucking banned. B, you just suggested Ozempic, which is the worst fucking thing that you could possibly... Why do you not want to suggest Ozempic? Or why have you not done your research? Or have you tested it? What happens when a person goes on Ozempic? What happens? Why are the people that are always Yeah, I appreciate that, Todd. You just can't be in the community. You can be on the live streams, that's fine. Because on the live stream, I can choose whether or not to engage with you based on what you say. But in the Discord, I have to protect those guys from fucking idiots and or idiotic comments, I should say. That's what those guys pay. Those guys in the Discord pay me to keep people like you out of there. That's what that is. Mad Geek, you got fucking 60 more seconds. I gotta get going, man. Why do you suggest Ozempic? What happens after you come off Ozempic? So you lose all the weight while you're on Ozempic. Slows digestion. You physically can't eat. What happens when you achieve your target weight loss? Then what? Do cash hard? What's cash hard? It's not even about this. We're not even talking about side effects. We're literally do crash hard for a more chronic fix? I don't understand what you mean. What happens? Let's say you're on Ozempic. What happens? What do you do after you've achieved your weight loss goals? Then what? What's the next step? What happens when you go on any medication and you come off of it? Or any vice, or any crutch, or any... What happens? It's the same reason why I did not put my cat on painkillers. You got 40 more seconds before I ban you, Mad Geek. I don't think you have an answer. Not addiction. No. You guys are thinking too deeply about it. It's nothing that deep. How do you keep the weight off after? You do Ozempic. You do steroids. You do whatever the fuck you want. How do you maintain it after? I'm waiting. What do you do? 30 more seconds. You didn't use those methods to get the weight loss. You used an external drug to do it. You have not developed any habits necessary to maintain the weight loss. Ten more seconds, Mad Geek. Another one bites the dust. There you go. Polly's got it. Yep. So, Mad Geek, you got to go for being a piece of shit, man. Sorry. I can't. I have to protect people from my misinformation and bad information. So he's banned. So working out, duh. So I can tell. So so a 70-year-old woman that uses Ozempic to lose a bunch of weight, do you think she's going to work out after she loses the weight? It's an asinine. That's an even asinine thought. When the thing you used to achieve the result is the thing you need to do forever or will do forever. If you go on a medication to solve a problem, you will be on that medication for the rest of your life. Brother, I couldn't get my mom to walk with a step counter. Go test it. Owly Eagle, go test it. Go on Ozempic, lose a bunch of weight, and then see what happens when you come off. You do steroids. You're on steroids for the rest of your life. You're on testosterone replacement therapy. You're on that shit for the rest of your life. You are... that goes for meditation and good habits too. If you do 30 minutes of... If you do an hour of cardio every day to lose a bunch of weight, and you stop doing the cardio, it all comes back. You have to do an hour of cardio for the rest of your life. If you play dodgeball every single day and you just stop, you're going to gain all the fucking weight. What if you can't do it forever? Don't do it at all. So telling somebody to go on a medication of any kind whatsoever to achieve a certain result, you're basically condemning that person to death or some kind of failure or a perpetual pharmaceutical company money fucking farming. So if somebody goes on Ozempic to lose weight, they have to be on Ozempic for the rest of their lives. The side effect of Ozempic is it loses its effectiveness over 6-7 months. So you start getting hungry again. Then what? You can't. Don't be telling people to go on medications in my fucking chat. Are you out of your mind? You have to be out of your go do it yourself and so see what happens. Yeah, increase the dose. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, Paulie. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, you're not seeing no fucking results anymore. Time to up that fucking dose. Yeah, man. God, humans are fucking idiotic. Holy shit. You're an idiot if you think Ozempic's gonna fix your problem. You're fucking dumb. And you're even dumber for suggesting it to other people. Good Christ. Now, if you said, buy a step counter and do 10,000 steps a day, that would have been a better fucking thing because everybody can do that every single day. And it's healthy and you can do it forever. Doesn't require a gym. Doesn't require you to lift weights. Doesn't require you to track anything. I'm getting a weird phone call. So don't be a piece of shit. There you go. You don't need Ozempic. You don't need pills. You don't need willpower. You don't need... Just don't run off of your emotions. What's the goal of that food? What's the goal of being healthy? And all the problems solve themselves. Why do people struggle with this so much? Go on Ozempic and find out. Don't ever talk about it in my streams, though. Go fuck around and find. If you want to go down the pharmaceutical fucking rabbit hole, hey man, it's your life. I'll just watch you die like I've watched everyone else die too. That thought the same shit and that didn't listen to me. Here's a good one. What's that anime? Law of Equivalent Exchange. Nothing doesn't have side effects. No, you're always paying a cost, man. What? God. What's that anime called again? The alchemy one? Metal Brotherhood? Fuck, man, I can't remember now. God. I can't remember now. That was a good anime, but that's basically what it is. Anything you do, anything you put in your body has an that's it, Full Metal Alchemist, yeah. Everything has an equivalent exchange, man. Everything. Everything. Yeah. Yeah, go on Ozempic and go on Ozempic and find out, Mad Geek. Brutal, dude. Anyway, guys, let's call it there. I gotta get going. I'll see you on Saturday on the Frame Chasers channel. We kind of derailed a little bit though, but man, it's so important that you don't go on medicine. If you have cholesterol problems, if you have, but if you want to take the cholesterol pill, leave it away from my community. Leave it away. Did you notice how when I was talking about my mom, I didn't suggest that she go on a bunch of pills and tell you guys about it? I'm like, the step counter, mom. The step counter. 10,000 steps. Drink water. That's all you have to do. You don't have to... But she's on a bunch of pills. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get going here. So I'll see you guys on Saturday for the 50-50 or the man pays topic. And we'll have Tech Lab UK on next Thursday for Techonomics. And we'll talk about some tech stuff. All right, guys. Talk to you later.